What's up, everybody? Thank you for stopping by Esteemed Queen and Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe down below. Hit that notification bell. And also stop by esteemedmentality.com. We actually have some new things that are up on our devotional. And we have a couple of new projects happening. So definitely stay in tune. So I know we about to go into our second week for this quarantine, this coronavirus. I know a lot of my friends are going crazy in the house. I can completely understand that. And for some of us and others, we could possibly be in a place where, you know, you're experiencing something that's uncomfortable. You're experiencing something that is just unpredictable and is stressful. And that's exactly what is supposed to happen when there's a shift happening in your atmosphere. In order for you to break something in, for it to be comfortable, it has to be new. So today we're going to talk about shifts. Shifts happen to everyone's life. If you don't think it happens to you, it happens at least once a year because you don't stay the same damn age. So it does happen. All right. And when it comes down to shifts, sometimes we are prepared for them because we've learned better. And then sometimes we come into these transitions or these shifts where it just takes us completely off guard. And that's what leads us to feeling like, you know what, whatever it is that I'm going through, whatever it is that this shift is supposed to have me experience, it's very loud. That is the first sign of a shift in your atmosphere, shift in whatever it is that you have going on in your calling and your purpose, is that is loud. Now, you know, you can't see a shift before it happens because they can be unpredictable, more or less. But when I say loud, I reference that in saying that is parallel to you, like seeing different. It's parallel to you feeling different. You know, there's certain foods that won't taste the same. Like, for examples being like, you may not, for me, like, I'm allergic to limes. I didn't know I was allergic to limes. Because I can kill a margarita. But for me to be allergic to limes, and that's typically what I go for when I'm at a restaurant or I'm out, it's weird. But I respect it enough knowing that it's a shift. It's part of what's coming into my atmosphere. Certain things I'm just supposed to stay away from. And then you get to a place and a point where, like, you know, something don't fit the same. A shirt may not fit the same, or you may not have the same taste for a certain pair of shoes or a certain personality trait. That's all in your shift. It's supposed to be loud. It's supposed to allow you to recognize that you're changing. That's why it is loud. And until you accept it and receive it, it's going to continue to be that way. And you don't want it to be a way where it's just like everything that's supposed to help you shift to be better, you're so annoyed with it, where it's so loud, you're just, you know, you're just like, oh, whatever. You're dismissing it. And when you're dismissing it, it gets louder and louder and louder to a point where you may very well be screaming because, you know, you can't take it anymore, but you could be talking to somebody and just completely disrespect them. And it just comes from the retrospect of you just being tired of what it is that they can't see you go through. And you got to give yourself some slack. Well, not even slack, but you got to give yourself some credit at the same time, because when you go into a shift, it's just almost like if you were to go grocery shopping at night. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna go grocery shopping at night not feeling as if like you it's okay for you not to be on guard. That doesn't make any sense. That's the best time for you to really be on your shit and knowing your surroundings is at night. So it's almost the same thing. Like, we all have those shifts where they're loud. You're seeing loud things. You're tasting loud things. You're annoyed by loud things. And it's just because the transition that's happening for you, to you, with you, alongside you, is because it's letting you know you come into a crossroads where you're going into a different season. That's pretty much what shifts are. Shifts are to catapult us into our seasons. And I did a video on new seasons, and it's practically parallel to what I'm talking about. So just keep that in mind. They're going to be uncomfortable. They may be unpredictable. Some of them are predictable. Like, for instance, if you're pregnant, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in like 9-10 months what's going to happen. Like, you know that shift is going to happen. But if it's a thing of, you know, hey, it's a new semester, you got to start some new classes. The shift is you're not learning the same stuff. You're going to have to trust yourself to, you know, obtain and keep that and retain that information in order for you to pass the test, to let your course and your curriculum know, like, hey, you know, you side by side with what's going on, and the instructor did a good job because I get it. Shifts are supposed to help you be able to move forward because you understand the concept and the things that you went through in the past. In order for you to go forth, you have to understand what was behind you. That don't mean that you got to sit here and you got to cry yourself awake and cry yourself to sleep behind it. Now, even though it can be unpredictable and it can be stressful, you still have the power to understand that these shifts are to make you better. And the only way to make yourself better is for you to get out your own way and be able to tolerate coming into a new season where you're not going to be very knowledgeable of much, but your foundation of knowing what you stand for, knowing what you're not going to go for, what you're focused on, and what makes it so that you have a passion, those things are going to help you moving forward when you're going through a shift, when you're experiencing a shift. And let me go ahead and tell you, some shifts are not going to happen overnight. I don't care what universe and what higher power you go to and you talk to. Nothing happens overnight. Everything has its process. Baking has its process. Cooking has its process. Growing as humans, as animals, has its process. Babies have their process. So don't feel that just because you want what you want, you're not going to experience a shift. You damn sure are. And let me help you understand this. When you're going through a shift, that shit creates drama if you got too many people having their nose in your business. It's just entirely too much. It's going to create drama. And when is your catapulting towards being better supposed to affect you where it's pulling you back? No. Sometimes the shift requires you to sit still and listen. Separation and elevation all go together, and you can't experience it if you're sitting here expressing everything to everybody. Your shift is on your journey, it's on your path, and how you want to see it to be something that's like positioning you for a breakthrough is all in how you take it. Look, life not gonna be fair. I wish I could sit here and tell you that it will, and it is. It's not always that easy. But when you appreciate what you have and what you went through, and you understand where you're trying to go again, it makes these shifts happen so much easier for you to just transition. And for me, I can speak from experience because a year ago, I just had a full stop. You know, I had to really redo a lot of things, you know, as far as how I saw things, how I had a perspective on a lot. And in the midst of me doing that, my whole life changed, like from address, phone number, studies, status, education. It all changed. I accepted the shifts for what they were, because as much as they hurt at that time, they were really there to help me move forward. And I respect the shifts because I wouldn't be at peace as much as what I am without them. So even though it really hurt, you also got to understand a pinch is only temporary. So is a shift. It all depends on how you think about it and your perspective. But it's all up to you. So I'm going to leave that there. Be sure that y'all stay safe. Wash your ass and your hands. And make sure y'all double check y'all wings. And like, share, and subscribe down below. And visit the website. We got a lot of good things going on. I'm going to do my best to be here for everyone virtually, social distance wise away. But I just want to be sure everyone's good. So check your perspective and change the plan, not the goal. See y'all soon. Bye.